Welcome everybody. This is Paul on our typical adventures. It is Martin Luther King Jr. holiday weekend in January 2026. It'll probably take a week or so to edit this video, but we'll get it out as soon as we can. And we decided to come down to the Grand Californian. We've had the reservation for a little while. And this is, I guess it's the premiere of the 3 Disney properties here at the Disneyland Resort. And I think we got the original reservation probably 3-4 months ago. We got a discount. It's an expensive hotel, so we usually only stay when we get some type of a discount. And we originally had the reservation for the first weekend in January. However, we could see for a while before those dates hit that it was going to be raining the entire time. So we decided to push it out a couple of weeks, and it just made sense since we got the same discount that we just did it for the long weekend. So we're here from Friday until Tuesday morning, but we'll probably leave late Monday night just because Tuesday is a school day, work day, etc. So if you're not familiar with this hotel, and I have to think most people are, this one is, well, they're all on Disney property here at the Disneyland Resort, but this one is the closest you can get to being at both parks. As a matter of fact, it has its own, I guess you'd call it a private entrance to California Adventure, which lets you in right near Grizzly River Run. What is that, Grizzly Peak? So it's got its own entrance there. And I think anybody could use it. It's just that it's nice to have right here. You just go down your hotel, down your elevator from your hotel room, and it's kind of right there by the Napa Rose, which is a nice Italian restaurant. Although it's not open right now, they're rebuilding it or redoing it. And you got your own entrance, really easy to get in and out. Of course, you need to be able to have a park hopper or have that park as your reservation for the day. So keep that in mind. Anyway, this hotel was built in 2001, or I should say it opened in 2001. I was looking at this earlier today, January 2nd. And so it's been almost exactly 25 years since this hotel was built. And I saw they did room renovations in 2017. We've stayed here before 2017 as well as obviously after that. And the rooms are nice. I would not call this, even though the price sort of demands it, but it's not like a 5-star resort. I think it's technically considered a 4-star resort. You're paying to be in the Disney bubble and to have the access to the parks, right there. So keep that in mind. The room that we got was a woods/courtyard view. And I got video of at least from our balcony, our 4th floor balcony. So you'll be able to see what that looks like when we get to the actual room tour. There are a number of amenities, including a very nice pool complex. I believe there are 3 pools, a really cool water slide for the kids. Adults can go on it too. What I'd call maybe like a 10-foot, really easy peasy water slide for the toddlers. And I think there's 2 or 3 hot tubs as well. They do have 6 Cabana rentals, and we ended up getting a Cabana rental on Sunday. And I do have video of that we'll show later. And really nice Cabana rental. I'd say one of the nicest ones, if not the nicest one that we've ever had. So take a look at that. And you also have really amazing looking, gorgeous, if you will, architecture. It's built on or based on sort of like the American old style arts and crafts. And you can do a tour of the hotel. And I do have that information later in the video. They have a number of different room types here. Most of them are based on view. So they're sort of a standard room, and then you can have views of the parking lot, views of the pool area, views of the woods and courtyards. There is a view of downtown Disney. We've had that hotel room type before. And then they also have views of the theme park, which would be California Adventure. They have, I think it was 900 plus regular rooms. Then they have a number of villas and a number of suites. I think it was 71 villas and 44 suites. So they have a DVC wing. I wouldn't call it a tower like they have over at Disneyland Hotel, but they do have a DVC wing. And oddly enough, a family acquaintance had rented a 3-bedroom DVC suite with a full kitchen and dining room and whatnot. I think it was 2 or 3 stories. So we've been inside one. I don't have video of it. It's been probably 6 or 7 years, but it was amazing. And it had, you know, really nice views or whatnot, and like a 2-story glass window you could look out. Anyways, if you're a DVC member, you can take advantage of that, and you probably already know about that. But definitely a nice hotel. I'll give my review towards the end. This is just the intro, and we'll take a look around the hotel now. Sometimes you can get a room that's not far of a walk, like somewhere near the lobby, and other times you could get it as far away as you can get. Here we go. There it is, the long hallway of the Grand Californian. It's Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, and we are coming down here for the entire time. We are in room 4436. So 4th floor. Xander and I got here early, and Mom and Sissy are coming down in a little bit. So this is the room tour before everything gets totally messed up with the 4 of us in this small room. So we're on the 4th floor, and we've stayed in many rooms, and they're all pretty much the same as this. So you got your bathroom, some niceties there. I don't know what those are. Shower cap, vanity kit, moisturizer, and sea salt bath soap. What's this here? Dental kit. Oh, that's cool. It looks like mouthwash. Nice. So I guess only one of us gets that. I'll claim the left-hand side then. Actually, I don't need a dental kit. And then looks like a hair dryer down there, extra TP. There's your trash can. This step stool is kind of cool. You kind of pull it out for the kids to be able to reach and brush their teeth and whatnot. We don't need it anymore. I never knew what this was. Maybe just like a dirty clothes hamper basket or something like that. And 2 sinks, and then you got your shower, the bathroom. I think I remember the water pressure not being all it could be, but it's nice that they got I think they're called rain drip shower head, plus the handle. And you got your own soaps. Typical shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Does it say what kind? It just says Grand Californian on it. I remember the shampoo smelled really good. But this is it. It's small, and this is a pocket door, which you typically do when you don't have a lot of space. So then we have closet and safe. This is it. This is where you can hang your clothes. Looks like there's a spare blanket down there. And pillow. I see it says pillow, and you also have some slippers, ironing board, and a safe. And it's pretty deep, typical size. You could fit a 16, 17-inch laptop in there easily. Then over here you got your coffee maker, 4 glasses, ice bucket, some plastic cups and whatnot. Looks like some creamer and some lids. That's nice. I think this was a refrigerator. Yep, refrigerator, so you can put some food and stuff in there. Not too cold, at least the glass anyways. Got a little desk here and a chair. And then a countertop with some drawers. Well, that opens pretty smoothly. Yeah, they're deep and they go back, so you can definitely get a fair amount of clothes in there. Then you've got 2 beds. These are queens. I think this room type is just 2 queens or 1 king. And obviously we always get 2 queens. And I remember these beds being quite comfortable. Didn't have any issues with that. So I know I have firsthand experience sleeping on them. The pillows are really good too, even though I'm filming this before anybody messes up the room for obvious reasons. And then you got plenty of storage down underneath on both sides of each bed to put your suitcases. It's pretty tall under there, so you can get rather large suitcases too. In-room dining menu and remote, alarm clock, phone, which we usually unplug so we don't hear anything. Although I don't think they typically call you here, but it's some of the resorts that have like timeshares. You tend to get those concierge calls quite a bit. I like the lights that go around the room at the top. That's really cool. And then you got a sofa there too. I don't think that's a sofa couch. Let's look. It's just a couch. Yeah, just a regular old couch. I guess a really tiny person, a small kid could sleep on it, but they'd probably roll off. And then we're on the 4th floor, as I said, so we have a balcony, and we've got the woods courtyard view. So we're actually looking at the monorail. Or I should say the monorail track. And that's going to get loud over there. I think they're working on the Napa Rose restaurant because I can hear them drilling away. And I have not heard the monorail come by since we've been in the room for the last 20 minutes or so. So I wonder if it's down for maintenance or refurb or whatever. But there is Guardians of the Galaxy, and that right over there is soaring over the world, which I think is soon becoming soaring over America. Say hi, Xander. Enjoying your, what do you do, watching YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I'm filming one. So that's the room in a nutshell. I think the last thing was this drawer here. Not too big. Well, plenty of outlets here, by the way. I don't see any USB-C. Looks like just a regular USB. What is that, USB-A? I don't know. I don't remember, but still plenty of, looks like 4 power outlets for charging phones, iPads, whatever. Then you've got another one over here underneath the TV. Looks like about a 50-inch TV, by the way. And then another set of power outlets right here. So plenty of locations to charge things up. don't see any other power anywhere. And I think you can control like the lights. Yeah. So that does the lights that go all the way around the room. All right. Plus some towel hooks, I guess, or bathing suits. They have a really cool pool complex, and I'll probably take some video if I can, hopefully during off hours. And then there's the emergency evacuation plan. All right, that's the room. I meant to show you the new key card and I forgot. It's really cool. The guy at the front desk said it is just for the 70th anniversary. I thought it was a really cool design, cool style. So definitely hold on to that because we'll never see it again. So it's kind of special in that regard. Normally the keys are just have at least a number of them that we've got, just like pictures of trees and fruit or something. Actually, I feel like it's similar to that wall design. Anyways, the new key is really cool. Only for a temporary time though. When the 70th anniversary is over, it's donezo. All right. Oh, the monorail just went by. I can tell what he's saying. So it is working. That's awesome. Maybe we'll get some video of it coming by the room. All right, small update on the room. We've been here for a night and I forgot to show the detail of the tile in the bathroom. I just think it is really, really cool. Those are actually individual tiles, every sort of small brown square, as well as the cream colored rectangles. It's just in the bathroom and in the shower. Really cool detail though. And then the basket is not necessarily for laundry. They're not going to do anything with your clothes, but that's where you put the dirty towels, and then housekeeping will replace them when they come in. Also cool hidden Mickey right there on the bottom of the step stool, which Xander actually did use when he brushes his teeth. So I guess we did use it after all. And I was going to show you the balcony. The monorail just went by. I actually can't remember if I showed the balcony in the first video I did of the room, but this is it. It's just got a small table and 2 chairs. And the park is actually right over there. That is the monorail track right down there. So it comes by every 10 minutes or so. And you can kind of hear all the music going. That right over there is soaring over the world. Actually, I do remember talking about this, and that it would be soaring over America soon. I think probably in July was the date that I saw, or late June. Anyways, this is the view in the daytime anyways, because we got here pretty late in the day on Friday. All right. I always like to include something about the elevators. This is a bank of 4, and it is just near the main check-in desk, closer to the downtown Disney side. There's another bank of elevators. They called them the Napa Rose elevators, so it's over by the Napa Rose restaurant, but that's closed. They're redoing it. In any case, every trip that we've taken on an elevator has always been super quick. They move fast and they come quickly, which is really nice. So this is the main lobby. And if you've been here before, I'm sure you're somewhat familiar with it. That fireplace is actually quite large. Oh, and there's somebody playing today. Earlier, they were just, it was just like, I know, electronically playing, but now they got somebody actually playing. I've done the hotel tour here before. I highly recommend it. It's been probably 10 years since we've done it, but I did check and they still do it. It's every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2 p.m. So if you ever have an opportunity to do that, and you don't even need to be staying here, but you can just get on the list ahead of time and show up at 2 p.m., probably a few minutes before that, and they'll take you on a tour. I want to say it was around 45 minutes to an hour, but very, very interesting information about the tour and how they were inspired, the Imagineers were inspired to build it and whatnot, design it. I remember one of the things they talked about was on these lights, those lines on the actual glass are supposed to sort of invoke thoughts of tree branches and leaves, if I remember correctly. Anyways, highly recommend the tour. Oh, I didn't check, but when I went, it was free. Call ahead of time, make sure you can get on the list, find out how much it is, but I remember it being free. Maybe it was free because we were staying here, but I highly recommend that tour. Very interesting. And we'll go down to ground level in a little bit. And here's what it looks like early in the morning, before the sun comes up. The only time you're going to see this place. Actually quite calm. And for the same reasons, you can see the stained glass doors during the daytime. This is rarely closed like this because everybody's always coming in and out of here. Although it looks much better with the light shining through it. Like when the sun is starting to set on that side of the building. This is the check-in desk. Registration. I feel like the last couple of times we've stayed here, this line has not been very long. I think most people probably use online check-in. And we definitely did that this trip. Makes things a lot easier. This is really cool to have like a spot for kids to hang out and watch Disney cartoons and whatnot. I don't know if I've seen Disney movies playing on it, but definitely Disney cartoons. And it's right next to the check-in desk, so you're not too far from them. This is the concierge desk where they'll help you with those types of services, but it's also where you can register for that hotel tour I was talking about. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 p.m. Don't forget to sign up. I did not notice this. This looks like one of the Disney cruise ships. I don't know if it's the newest one. What does it say? The Disney Fantasy. I'm not sure how new that is. We've never been on a Disney cruise. Hear good things though. And this is just the main lobby that we saw a video of from up above. And here is the fireplace firsthand. Wow, nobody here. Not one person. And you can feel the heat from here. I'm probably 15 feet away. And these are rocking chairs, by the way. And this is probably the one or two most coveted chairs right here, front and center. So let's do this while we're enjoying the fire. Let's take a look at the restaurant options here. So if you do a search for Disney's Grand Californian dining, It'll come up with, I think there's, what, 4 or 5 places. You've got the Hearthstone Grill, which was just remodeled a couple years ago, and it is really nice now. It's not big, and it's popular, so there is almost always a line there to get in. Highly suggest you make reservations. Then out on the outside of the building and down the hallway is the Storytellers Cafe, and that's mostly buffet, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have characters coming around for breakfast anyways. I'm not sure about the other times of the day. I don't think I've seen characters for other meals, but maybe they still do it for breakfast. And then past that and just around the corner is the Napa Rose, and it's still closed. They're doing renovations on that. I think I heard on another YouTube video somewhere that they're planning on opening in the next 3 months or so, and that they're behind schedule. They were supposed to be open already. That's a really nice restaurant. We've never eaten there, hear good things, and maybe we'll try it this year. And then just past that on the right-hand side, it's just past the entrance to the the entrance to the park, California Adventure. That's where the GCH Craftsman Bar and Grill is. It's connected to the pool area. And that's pretty much it for food. Let's just take a look at that. I'll turn the recording on for the phone. You can see. Oh, it looks like they have Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures. I don't remember that. And we noticed something down on the way to downtown Disney on the left-hand side there. There's conference rooms, and it looks like one of those conference rooms was set up as like this princess breakfast type of deal. And we saw characters, princesses, coming and going from there. I think that's what that was. And then you have the Hearthstone Lounge, and then the Craftsman Grill, but then you also have the Craftsman Bar, and they're right next to each other. It's the same place. And then the Storytellers Cafe and Napa Rose, temporarily closed. Obviously, in-room dining as well. So get this, let's talk about parking. So they have valet parking, which is $75 a day. And I personally think that's rather expensive, but if they can charge that, then people are paying it. I think self-parking is $45 a day. We did do valet parking. It's kind of difficult to do anything else. Obviously, they do have the self-parking, but it is in the parking structure behind the Pixar Place Hotel. So you got to cross the street, which is a busy street, Disneyland Drive, and Signal, and people driving and all of that. So it's just difficult with kids and suitcases and all that. So we just ended up self-parking. But I have my car app here, and yes, I did name my car the Millennium Falcon, but you can see on the location that it is somewhere underground in between Splitsville and Ballast Point. So you can see where I'm located over here at the Grand Californian. And the car is way over there, so somehow they've got underground parking underneath downtown Disney and who knows where else. Would be really cool to see how all that's set up. But in any case, that's the parking situation. Let's take a look around. It is going to start getting busy now. Oh, you know what? Let's go see if it's out here. There was a fireplace kind of like hidden on the back side of the main fireplace. Yep, still here. So, kind of like a hidden location here. Lots of places to sit. And you got a fireplace on the back side. You can't feel the heat as well unless you're right up close to it, but just a little secret there. Most people don't know that's there. I'm not sure what this display is. Costumes worn in 1961-62. Oh, that looks like cast member costumes, cast member outfits. The VIP tour guide costume. How cool is that? I wonder if this is the men's version. Oh, it doesn't. Oh. I don't know if it says new arrival. Maybe that's just something you can buy. Yeah. VIP tour swag merch. Very cool. There's the piano again. And down this way is the Hearthstone Lounge. Looks like they're cleaning up, getting ready for guests. This Acorns Gifts and Goods, very small, just 2 small rooms here, but they have lots of stuff in there, including snacks, drinks, toiletries and things like that. They also have clothing. You can even buy suitcases in here. Magic bands. They even have some swimsuit options, goggles, Mickey ears, drinks, snacks, lots of different things. They are working on this place that used to be open right over there. All of this used to be open. I'm not sure exactly what they're putting in here. They could be using it as a staging area to build or redo the Napa Rose. And this is the Storytellers Cafe. It's actually a really cool design. Very intricate, especially the ironworks up there and the lighting. The whole design and architecture of this hotel is really cool. So there's Storytellers Cafe. That's the entrance. All of these places you need to make reservations for. And oftentimes they're booked up days or weeks ahead of time. That's the Napa Rose. They are still renovating it. I don't know why these gates are up. We probably won't be able to get there, but down that way is the Craftsman Bar and Grill. This is the private entrance, or the hotel entrance to California Adventure. And we've seen it where this line gets really long, just wrapped all the way back into the hotel. Now that was when there was early entry, but they've taken that away as of the first weekend of the year. That was actually the reason we were originally going to stay, so we could partake in that and enjoy it, but it's gone. We changed our plans because it rained the whole weekend. So I don't know if it still gets that crowded or not. I assume it does. And as a matter of fact, we're going to test it this morning because we have reservations for California Adventure, and we're going to go get in line. So we'll see. This is the pool area. It's real difficult to take video without people around just because it's always really, really busy. But there's 3 pools in here. 2 or 3 hot tubs, and then can't really see it, but there's a water slide on the far end over there. I'll go back into the lobby. There's not much else to show. I did want to show these chairs. They look so goofy, but it's totally a genius design because you can, rather than sitting next to each other and having to strain your neck looking one way or the other, you just sit opposite each other. It's actually quite cool. All right, that is the tour. Lots of little things on display. You just kind of gotta look into it, read about it. There's always some kind of a centerpiece. Sometimes it's right here, sometimes it's over near the piano. But they've always got something going on depending on the time of year. All right, so I'll show you the Cabana rental. We decided to do this sort of on the spur of the moment, and they had a couple today. And I have to say, this is probably one of the nicest Cabana rentals that we've seen, even better than Alani. Comes with a lot of stuff. Oh, even the fan there. There's a fan up there. And then looks like they've got a box fan. So just to go over everything, that right there is a sort of a hamper for dirty towels. Comes with a ton of towels. There's towels in the back behind there. Was that 8 towels, 2 robes. There's a safe in here. And then, I don't know what this was. I didn't even open it to see. Some kind of a cover, I guess. So you got yourself a safe. Refrigerator, plenty of room to put your own stuff. And it comes with 8 sparkling waters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6, I can count. 6 sparkling waters, 6 smart waters. That's what those are down there. And then looks like an air purifier. This thing is a trash can right here. There is a remote for the fan up above. Remote for the TV and whatnot. A couple of menus. And they have the people at the bar coming around, seeing if you want drinks and food orders. They just have waiters coming by like every 10 minutes or so. So plenty of service. And so you have that table out there, plus the 4 chairs, the 2 sort of lounge chairs out there, which are super comfortable, by the way. All of the chairs here are that same style. So they're all like 8-inch padding and just real quality. We saw when we were eating breakfast across the pool over there this morning, that's the Craftsman Bar and Grill. We were eating breakfast there, and there was just a ton of people, you know, employees, working the pool deck, getting everything ready. And there you go. And just spending a lot of time, you know, getting towels set up and chairs straightened and everything cleaned off, wiped down. So they definitely spend time making everything just right. So in addition to all of that, then you have this huge, long couch. I mean, you got to be able to get like probably 8 people here. I'm not sure what the maximum limit is. I don't even know if they would enforce it, but definitely this is a large space. Looks like you got a phone there. I don't know whoever uses that anymore, but there's a phone. call the rooms, tell the rest of your friends and family that, you know, come on down kind of a thing. And then they've got this really nice TV. It's the same channels that you get in the room. And I want to say that's probably a 55-inch TV. Looks like that's about the size to me. What else? We also noticed, only when we sat down, the kind of the design on the underneath, on the inside of the umbrellas is really cool looking, very intricate. And kind of goes along with the theme. It looks like oranges or citrus, which is definitely one of the themes throughout the hotel. You would learn more about that on the tour. And then you're kind of separated from other cabanas with, you know, a row of trees and bushes. So it kind of blocks you, gives you privacy. And I know one of these is sunscreen. Yeah, I see. One is sunscreen, one is after sun. So all in all, it's a huge space, excellent service, and you got yourself a TV, a refrigerator, just everything you need. So highly recommend. I think we paid $425. So it's still expensive, but if you compare it to other cabana rentals like at the Alani, which I feel like were $700 or more, it's a bargain compared to that because it's way bigger and you get a lot more amenities. But in any case, that's the cabana rental. All right, it's not daytime, so you can't see the pool as well, but it honestly looks cooler at night with all the lights and whatnot. So that's the Craftsman Bar and Grill.
And this is the pool right here.
Yeah, this is the pool right here.
The pool, let me show the pool.
So when you show them the pool, that's basically just you feeling water?
Yeah, it's hot.
Okay. Let's go this way, bud. Let's show them the pool grounds so you can get towels and you kind of get a wristband and whatnot. Disney doesn't have like height limits on water slides and stuff like that. At least we noticed that at the Alani as well as here. So they have lifeguards everywhere and plenty of life jackets. You just grab one, put it on your kid, and you're good. These are the cabanas. 4, 5, and 6. We had 5. That's this one here. Very nice.
And then those are the water slides up there.
Yeah, and look, you can see the quality of these lounge chairs.
I think there's
They're like 8 inches, 9 inches thick padding.
one is for, and then, so like the water slide's right there, and then there's like that water slide. It just goes like straight down.
And then that's the water slide up there. I guess it's like kind of like built around a tree or something.
And
It's
then
not a real tree.
In this pool, it's like 5 feet deep in the middle, and you
Yeah.
can see the drain.
Yeah, it's like 5 feet. Nope, do not feel the water. I don't want you falling in, bud.
Okay, I'll go feel the steps.
Although it seems weird that there's a lifeguard walking when it's glass. Glass. Yeah, you can see it's quite big. Plenty of chairs.
Oh my God, it's hot.
Okay, no, you're making waves. And this is like a little kiddie water slide. I mean, it's like 10 feet long. It's got a net over it right now, so that's why it looks really strange. But for the real little ones, they also have day beds for rent. There's one right there.
And then that's the
And this is another pool, so this is the third pool. There's more cabanas back over there. More day beds. Yep. There's a hot tub over there.
which is boiling hot.
Yeah, you can see the steam coming off, huh?
Let me feel this one.
No, we're not going to go back that way, bud. Oh, you want to touch the water? You going to make more waves?
This one's
Let's go back this way.
Guys,
So I'm only counting 2 hot tubs. There's one over here. We'll walk by it.
there's 3 hot tubs. One for the baby, which is 4.
Yeah, that's not a hot tub. There is it's the same size as a hot tub. Not as deep though. It's only like a foot
So
deep
there's a hot tub over there, which
for
is
toddlers.
bigger.
It's not hot water though.
Yeah.
And then this is the second hot tub that we found.
Let me feel it.
Yeah, this water should be warm.
Hopefully.
Well, we're not going in it though, bud. All the hot tubs have jets, so you can turn that on. Is it warm?
God, it's like 190 degrees.
All right. I don't think it's that hot or it would cook you like a lobster. Okay, let's go back this way.
That's right.
And they had like water out here, complimentary water and stuff. So
And then
it's just a real nice area. We really like the pool area here. What did you like about the pool area the most, bud?
the hot tub, and then this is the baby hot tub, which
Oh, yeah.
is 1 inch.
Well, it's not a hot tub.
I mean, it's a little bit.
It's like a baby pool. Like I said, it looks like it's maybe a foot deep.
It's a foot deep.
Maybe not even that.
It looks like someone peed in it.
No, no one peed in it.
Yeah, but it looks yellow.
No, the water is moving around. That's where you see the shapes and stuff there. Feel it. Is it warm?
Oh God.
Is it warm or is it just like the other pools?
It's really hard.
Oh, it's warm? Okay.
Oh God.
Well, that makes sense because it's for the babies. All right, let's wrap up the pool area. Let's go. We'll head back this way.
And then we're gonna pack up. There's like a cabana. There's like a cabana thing. Here's the 5 feet pool, but
Well, they're all like 5 feet. They,
3 feet down.
yeah, 3 feet, but 5 feet in the middle.
And then on the edge, it's 4 feet. It's
Nice ambiance.
2 inches.
Highly recommend this restaurant. There's a bar over there too. Just make sure you get on the wait list or make a reservation. All right, we're closing out the weekend. Long weekend, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Came down on a Friday and we are leaving Monday evening. And we stayed, as you know, at the Grand Californian Hotel and Spa. I think they have it officially as a spa too. We really enjoyed the time here. There's 3 Disney properties: the Grand Californian, the Disneyland Hotel, and the Pixar Place Hotel. Our favorite is the Grand Californian. It's also the most expensive. Our room here is a woods/courtyard view. So in the daytime you can see basically just trees, but the monorail track is right there too. Anyways, it kind of is near the sort of the walkway between Grizzly River Run and Soarin' Over the World. And you can clearly hear all the activity. People walking, people talking, and whatever that is over there. So it's really cool to kind of be in that Disney bubble if that's what you prefer. Anyways, we paid, I want to say it's $549 a night, and that's with a 25% discount. Might have even been 30% discount. In either case, the only time we'll stay here is when we get some type of a discount, just because it is so expensive. But we really enjoy it. It is very relaxing, I'll say that. So if you're looking for a hotel to just, you know, be on the run, be on the go, you probably don't need to spend that much money here. You could do Disneyland Hotel or Pixar Place, or even just a Good Neighbor hotel. Some of those are quite nice and a lot less expensive. As a matter of fact, we did reviews on the Courtyard Marriott theme park entrance hotel, as well as the Westin Anaheim Hotel. And I'll actually link those videos here so you can check those out. Really good options for off-property hotel if you don't want to spend as much money. And the Westin is for families, but it's also could be for couples and things like that. And the Courtyard theme park entrance is definitely more for families. It's got a water park there, a number of things to do for the kids, so keep that in mind. Disneyland Hotel is probably in the middle price-wise, and then the Pixar Place Hotel is the least expensive, although they're still more expensive, even at the bottom tier, than the good neighbors. So that's that. We enjoyed our stay, had a great time, lots of memories, and we'll definitely be back. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.